You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and the Beautiful fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your full roster of weekly B&B spoilers. These run from Monday, December 4th, all the way through Friday, December 8th, 2023. There is so much to talk about. There's Eric's wake, his last gasp party that he's having. We've got Eric in a medical crisis. We've got two big comebacks. There is so much happening. I'm excited to tell you all about it. If you have not, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our bold updates. And now let's dig in and talk about what's coming next week on your favorite CBS soap. Monday, December 4th is season 37, episode 51. So on Friday, we saw Eric. We actually didn't see it. We heard it because I'm sure they didn't want John McCook to actually fall down on set. So we heard a noise, and then Donna, who was fixing him a glass of water, ran over, and she saw Eric completely unconscious on the floor. And she flies into a panic. Well, of course she does. So what's going to happen on Monday is her honey bear is going to wake up. And guess what? He's not going to want her to dial 911. He's not going to want her to call the doctor. As far as he's concerned, he woke up. He's still alive. He's still kicking. That's the end of it. So I don't know if we're going to have the doctor again or she's going to be able to convince him. I don't think she's going to be able to convince him to get any attention, because as far as he's concerned, he's dying and he's just going to keep living until he does. So I can see that. I just can't see getting involved until I know a freaking actual diagnosis. All right. You guys have heard me complain about this, and I've seen you guys complain about it in the comments. It's ongoing, frustrating every day we watch this show. Also on Monday, Zende Forrester confronts RJ Forrester about basically skipping ahead at work. And, you know, I mean, Forrester Creations is a family business, so of course nepotism is everywhere. But yeah, he's right. RJ hasn't paid his dues and Zende is very frustrated. And just a side note, I was absolutely disgusted on Friday that Ridge decided to tell Carter before he tells Zende. It is horrid behavior. Whether Eric lives or dies at this point, I'm just like, I can't stand Ridge right now. That's where I'm at. That's what their storyline is giving me. I don't know what it's given the rest of you, but that's what it's given me. All right, Tuesday, December 5th is season 37, episode 52. Donna, Brooke, and Katie Logan all worry about Eric. I am certain Donna is going to tell her sisters, oh, yeah, you know, he conked out cold on the floor and I thought he had up and died on me. But Eric is absolutely determined to keep on with the party planning despite his recent collapse. He knows his time is running out and he wants his big party. On Tuesday, Thorne Forrester is back to LA because his dad asked him to come for the party. And of course, that's Windsor Harmon in the role. And then we roll over into Wednesday, December 6th, which is episode 53 of the current season. And that's when Eric's daughter with Brooke is back, Bridget Forrester, also returning at Eric's invitation. It's Ashley Jones in the role. And the spoilers say that Thorne and Bridget are told about Eric's fatal illness. Clearly, they are not told this by their father because he wants to keep lying and everybody's just lying to each other. So I imagine, you know, it'll be Brooke, maybe Donna, maybe Ridge. We'll see. So the big gala kicks off on Wednesday. This is Eric's big party. And it looks like, I don't know if they're going to have it in what they're calling the party room at Forrester Creations. It was the same room where they had the fashion challenge, the room where they do their private shows. So I don't know if it's going to be in there or at the house. We'll have to wait and see. But there's some more stuff you guys are going to be mad at Ridge about by the end of this week. So going into late next week, Thursday, December 7th, season 37, episode 54, Eric makes a point of sharing special moments with each party guest. So I don't know for sure, but I'm just kind of predicting that we're probably going to get flashbacks, like Eric spending time with Brooke, and then we have a flashback back to when they were married or whatever, and Eric spending time with Thorne and a that kind of thing. It seems ripe for flashbacks. Meanwhile, Lee Finnegan wants to know why her son Finn is not at the big party with his wife, Steffi. Instead, he's busy with research. Well, it's good that he is, because he is looking into RJ Forrester's case, because Finn may have noticed that he's also suffering from a weird diagnosis, vagitis, soapitis, ridgitis, I don't even know. What I do wonder is, with Finn busy trying to help Eric, if Liam Spencer is going to show up at the party and try to slide in there at Steffi's side. We also, just for purposes of conversation, there are no specific spoilers about Thomas and Hope given in the list, but that's because this whole list is Eric-centric. I don't doubt that Thomas and Hope will be at the party, because it's all of the children and grandchildren, and Steffi's going to be there. So of course Thomas will be there, and Brooke and her sisters will be there. So of course Hope will be there. So just because there aren't specific spoilers doesn't mean we're not going to see Thope next week. We will absolutely see them. Unless something really bizarre happens and they say they left town on business, but I doubt that's happening. Friday, December 8th is episode 55 of season 37, and Donna hears something that upsets her at the party and she intervenes. Well, guess what? Ridge is talking again about how he actually won the fashion challenge. I am so disgusted with this, where when he mentioned it again on Friday, and then Brooke is right there simpering about what a sacrifice he made, and everybody's talking about how fabulous he is for giving this to his dad and what a great gesture it was. No, it's not. It is not any of that unless Ridge had kept his mouth shut, where only he and Carter knew the truth. Maybe told Brooke, but Brooke can't keep her mouth shut about anything. So it's not a sacrifice, because literally the only people that don't know, I think, are Zende, because they don't tell him anything, and Donna and Eric. And then Donna's going to find out. I am absolutely disgusted with Ridge. It is not a sacrifice if you're not actually sacrificing anything. That's like pledging $100 to a charity and then wanting the accolade for it, but never actually writing the check. That's what I equate it to. It's only a sacrifice if you follow up with action, and Ridge is not. He's all talk, and he's continuing to, literally, I don't think a day has gone by when he hasn't mentioned that he really won it. And Brooke's his hype woman in all this. It's just absolutely out of control. Also on Friday, Eric is going to make what he thinks is his final speech. So we shall see. I still am on the fence about, I don't think Eric's dying, because Finn's working on the case, Bridget's going to be on the case, and I don't feel like they would have them doing it if it's a waste of time, because Finn and Bridget are consulting like December 20th. So for them to still be looking into it from next week all the way through the 20th, to me means there's hope. Whether it's he's being poisoned, or whether he was misdiagnosed, or whether there's some experimental treatment. And I'm not saying this because John McCook has a 3-year contract, because we know he doesn't. That's been debunked. He may live, he may die. John McCook may be retiring. We don't know. But I do feel like, because of the ongoing doctor stuff, maybe we're not going to get a funeral. Maybe we will. I'm leaning into it. I just want a diagnosis. If they give me a diagnosis, I think I'll enjoy this more. Until then, I'm not invested. That's me. All right. Thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our spoilers and news and all the updates you need about Bold and the Beautiful. And as always, I'm here talking bold with you guys 7 days a week. Please drop your comments on what you're excited to see this week, and come back soon. As always, this has been Belinda from Soap Dirt. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.